This morning on DC News Now, cloudy skies and scattered storms. When today's wet weather could impact you. In a new survey showing Kamala Harris has the delegates needed to be the Democratic nominee. What this means for her campaign as it rockets ahead. Plus, Israel's prime minister visits DC, bringing protests and road closures. And saving green on groceries. We're tracking prices to help you find the best deals on staple items. Wake up and smell the roses.
It's so beautiful.
Crowds visit the U.S. Botanic Garden with the corpse flower in bloom.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Good morning. Starting our morning with a live look outside. We're expecting lots of clouds, as you can see, and some storms later on today. Temperatures will be about 90, so, I mean, we do need the rain. I do like the cooler, air quotes, temperatures because it's better than the triple digits we saw before. But definitely get ready for those storms later. Jackie will have more on that in a second. But thank you for starting your Tuesday with us. It is 8 o'clock. I'm Tanaya Wright.
Good morning to you. I'm Corey James. Shanico is going to give us some updates on the roads in just a second. But Jackie's keeping an eye on that forecast this morning. The timing of the rain, it's moving in, I believe, this afternoon.
Yeah, later on today, we'll be tracking those showers and thunderstorms popping up. Right now, we're just noticing increasing cloud cover. But in terms of the timing of those showers and thunderstorms, I would say by 3 or 4 p.m. is when we could see a few of those popping up, especially back out towards our western areas. Can even see a few of those right down towards Fredericksburg and even areas farther south. Then eventually some shower and thunderstorm clusters right around the Beltway, right around the DC metro area as well. That is closer towards sunset before eventually those will lift out. By about midnight, we should notice drier conditions, but still have the cloud cover overnight. A few lingering sprinkles early tomorrow morning before we see another round of some showers and thunderstorms later on tomorrow afternoon. Again, we'll have more details on this with that 8-day forecast coming up. Shanika's back with a look at those roads. What are you seeing?
All right. Well, I'm seeing backups. Delays are continuing to build out there, especially in Northern Virginia. It was a busy morning. So here's 66 heading eastbound. You're barely seeing any movement there, and that is alongside, this is 123. Right before this point, you will see a crash there, or after this point rather, and that's why you're seeing heavy congestion. So let's flip over to the maps. Looking at your overall region along 66 and 95. 95, not really a problem, but again, through Fairfax, you will see some delays there. Through Manassas, there are delays heading eastbound, and West Ox Road, you are still seeing a closure there because of an earlier fatal crash.
Well, this morning, 3 people are dead after a crash in Fairfax.
It happened on West Ox Road and Route 29. DC News Now's Liberty Simmons is on the scene with the latest. Liberty.
Good morning, Corey and Tanaya. Well, crews have now removed the bodies of the victims from the scene, and they've been able to remove the vehicle involved as well. And Fairfax County Police confirmed that this was a single car crash involving 3 victims, and the 3 victims died at the scene. And here's a look at that intersection that has now been reopened by police. But police confirmed that the vehicle was traveling southbound when it collided into that cement barrier wall. Now, officers were called to the scene just before 4 this morning, and Fairfax County Police say the crash happened here along West Ox Road and Route 29 in Legato. Police say a male driver and 2 female passengers were pronounced dead at the scene, and officers initially had both directions of West Ox Road and the ramps to westbound West Ox Road from Route 29 closed off to traffic as they continued their investigation. But now, as you can see, the road is reopened. They have been able to tow away that vehicle, and drivers have been able to travel along this intersection this morning just moments ago, now that officers have reopened it to traffic. But officers are asking anyone with information who may have witnessed the crash or witnessed the vehicle involved moments before the crash, they're urging them to contact detectives. For now, live here in Legato, Liberty Simmons, DC News Now.
Liberty, thank you. DC police say a man is facing charges after allegedly stealing these Lululemon clothes worth around $4,000. Officers say they pulled over Charles Mitchell Baines over the weekend near 12th and Monroe Streets in Northeast and found those items in the car. Police say he also had illegal substances as well.
In Prince William County, police are searching for this SUV and the suspect in a deadly hit and run. The vehicle is a 1999 gold Lexus. Police say the hit and run happened just before 7 o'clock Saturday evening at the Oasis at Montclair Apartments in Dumfries. Officials say the suspect approached the victim, a 37-year-old man, in his car. The suspect then got into the victim's car and started driving in reverse. When the victim tried to intervene, the suspect ran him over. Police say he died because of his injuries. The vehicle officials are searching for has Virginia license plate that reads TUW 8710 and 2 baby on board stickers. And in Montgomery County, Park Police are searching for a person accused of indecent exposure. Police say they received multiple reports from Sligo Creek Trail on July 14th between 6 and 9 p.m. 3 women say they were jogging near Flower Avenue when a man approached them, touching himself. Police say they scared the woman off. He was wearing a hat like this one you see here. If you have any information, you're asked to call police.
DC News Now is your local election headquarters, and Vice President Kamala Harris is a step closer to being the Democratic presidential candidate after securing enough delegate support ahead of the convention.
That is according to the Associated Press survey. Moving forward, the Democratic National Committee plans to host a virtual roll call. That would allow delegates to officially choose a presidential nominee before they meet in person next month for the convention in Chicago. A Rules Committee meeting tomorrow to decide how that virtual roll call will work. Meantime, Harris is heading to the battleground state of Wisconsin today. This is her first campaign event since announcing her candidacy.
Meantime, it is not clear who Harris will pick as a running mate, but 3 governors and a senator are believed to be on a list of potential vice presidential candidates to join her on the ballot. Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear is reportedly a top contender who previously beat Trump-endorsed candidates. North Carolina Governor Roy Cooper is another candidate. He persuaded Republican legislators to expand Medicaid in his state. Arizona Senator and former astronaut Mark Kelly is also on the list, and Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro is mentioned to be a candidate. You might remember 2 years ago, he beat a Trump-endorsed candidate in the race for governor. And the newly formed Harris campaign is also setting fundraising records. So far, the campaign says it raised more than $80 million within the first 24 hours of President Biden announcing he would not seek re-election. The campaign also claims it is the largest single-day total in U.S. history and includes more than 888,000 grassroots donors. A senior advisor for the group says one super PAC that was previously uncommitted ended up securing $150 million in commitments.
And Donald Trump's campaign is setting its sights on Harris. Last night, Trump's VP pick, J.D. Vance, hosted his first ever solo rally in Radford, Virginia. Vance used his time to highlight the differences that he sees between the 2 campaigns, such as their focus on small America. He also criticized Biden's decision to drop out and let Harris step up.
History will remember Joe Biden as not just a quitter, which he is, but one of the worst presidents in the United States of America. But my friends, Kamala Harris is a million times worse.
Vance also spoke to Democrats, urging them to abandon their party and vote Republican. Virginia has voted for a Democrat in every presidential election since 2008. And looking ahead, it seems as though Harris will have a fairly uncontested run to secure that Democratic nomination.
Yeah, DC News Now's Jean-Marie Sissay is live at Howard University. That is where Harris graduated back in the 80s. And Jean-Marie, some of the delegates supporting her are also fellow Bison grads.
Yeah, that's right. She's definitely gained a lot of support from the Howard University family. Now, according to this Associated Press survey, she has gained more than enough support to secure that Democratic nominee. Now, based on the numbers from that survey, late last night, several delegates confirmed their support for Harris, and 2,668 delegates say they plan to vote for her. Now, that's nearly 700 more votes than she needs, but 54 delegates remain undecided at this moment. Now, delegates still have the choice to pick the nominee of their choice, but so far no other candidate has been named during the AP survey. Now, this all comes after President Joe Biden decided to step away from the presidential election after many raised concern about his health. And within hours, the Harris for President campaign was able to gain a lot of support. Now, Harris is an HBCU alumna. She graduated here from Howard University in the 80s. And if she is selected to become the Democratic presidential nominee, that would make her the first black woman and first person of South Asian descent to be the nominee of a majority party on the ballot. And some Howard alums say she has their vote.
Well, as a Howard alum, I couldn't be more excited. As I said, I think the timing is now. It's right for her. And, you know, as a Howard alum, we're going to do everything we can to support her. So I couldn't have been more excited.
Now, the decision is not final just yet. These delegates do have to vote on this through a virtual roll call, which is expected to take place next month. For now, reporting live in Northwest D.C., I'm Yamarie Sase, DC News Now.
All right, Yamarie, thank you. Time right now coming up at 8:10, addressing overcrowding by building more schools.
How one Maryland leader plans to fix problems in her county's classrooms, and a local health worker helping her community live longer. How she's helping people live happier regardless of income.
And taking a live look outside this morning as we see the Washington Monument there. Looks a little hazy, I guess I could say, Jackie.
Yeah, we're seeing more of the cloud cover out there right now. Those clouds building in, and we'll see some chances for some showers and thunderstorms later on this afternoon. Of all latest details, timing, and that 8-day forecast right after the break.